Hey guys, it's me, Levitate, back from another video, and in this video we are going to be doing the movement and jumping of our platformer. I also want to tell you guys that I'm really sorry about the audio. I'm doing a voiceover again for it because the audio did not record, but the third episode will have its audio recorded at the same time, so there should be no issues with that. Anyways, continuing with the video. So if we play right here, you can see that there's a little gap under the player. That is because our box collider needs to be just a little bit smaller so that there is no gap and no issues with it. So I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. There you go. Alright, now there should be no gaps if we... Let me just get out of edit, play. Now as you can see, there are no gaps under the player. Alright. So now we're going to go in our scripts folder that I told you guys to make in the last episode, create a new C# script called player movement. After you've done that, we're going to go to the player and then add component, and then we're going to add the player movement. There. Now we can, now as you can see, the player movement script is connected to the player. Now we are going to open the player movement script. Just wait for Visual Studio to open. Alright, it's almost done opening. And now we're in Visual Studio. So first of all, let's remove these two little comments that we do not need. Let's also remove the start because we're not going to need it for now. And let's create a public float called, let me just close this, called movement speed. And we're going to set it equal to 5.0f, which is the speed of our player. We can change this in the editor since we made it public, so there's no issues if the movement is not perfect over here in the editor. Alright, now let's go in the void update. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do our script for movement. So we're going to type in vector3 movement speed. And movement is equals to new vector3 input.getAxis raw horizontal. And then we're going to do a little, now we're going to put both of them to 0f. And then we're going to get the transform position of our player plus equal the movement times the time.delta time and times the movement speed. I actually put this to plus, which caused in a few errors you'll see here. I'm really sorry for those, but yeah, it's multiplied by both time.delta time and movement speed. Alright, I'm really sorry about that, but I finally managed to figure out what was wrong with the script, and I fixed it. Alright, now our movement should be working just fine. As you can see, we have no errors, and we can mess with our movement speed in our script. As you can see, we can move to the left and right. We're a little bit slow, but if we stop the project right here, we can actually change our movement speed up. You can see I set it to 7, and now we move a little bit faster, but still not the right speed. So I'm going to put it to 7.5, and that should be good. Alright, now we're going to actually implement the jumping to our player. So we're going to create a new void called jump. Open the brackets. And what we're going to do for this is if the input gets buttoned down, jump for jumping, we're actually gonna, I'm sorry for my dog, get the game object dot get component And then we're going to get a rigid body that we have in our player. And we're going to add a force of an impulse to a new vector 2, 0f, 5f, and then we are going to add I'm actually setting it to 6f, so it's better, and then force mode 2D dot impulse. Just fix the little typo. Alright, now our jump should work. Let's just call the function for jump, which I forgot. Let's call it in the bottom so it's better. Alright. Now our jump should be done. Make sure to save in Visual Studio or else this is not going to work. Alright. Now that we're here, as you can see we got no errors. Let's play test it. As you can see, our character can now jump. You can move around and jump. Our jump is a little bit floaty, but we'll fix that later. It's actually set that at 4.5, so it makes the floatiness a little bit better, but that in fact is only going to make the jump height lower, and it's not going to help that much, but just temporarily. Anyways, that's about it for this tutorial. Next tutorial we are going to be doing ground checks so that we can infinitely jump, and that we're also gonna fix a few bugs that we have right now. Anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my Patreon page in the description for all of the code and the source code for this project, and also be able to get my game for free. Anyways, that's about it. See you guys next video. Peace.